The following is the Randall Fox Labor Day Address by the Honorable Shane Gibson, Minister of Labor and National Insurance.
My fellow Bahamians, each year since 1961, the first Friday in June has been celebrated as Labor Day throughout the length and breadth of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This year's celebration, however, will be unlike any other Labor Day in the history of our country, because beginning June 7 of this year and every Labor Day thereafter will be known as the Randall Fox Labor Day. This historic event came about as a result of a pledge made by the Progressive Liberal Party in its Charter of Governance prior to the 2012 general election. On Thursday, April 18, 2013, the pledge made in 2012 was transformed into a draft bill and subsequently enacted into law when the House of Assembly passed a bill to rename Labor Day the Randall Fox Labor Day. As the Minister of Labor and National Insurance, I was indeed honored and privileged to have led the debate in memory of Sir Randall. The award of this singular distinction upon the legacy of this outstanding pioneer in the trade union movement is not only deserving, but most fitting, as it comes at a time when we, as a nation, are about to celebrate 40 years of independence, some 51 years after the first official Labor Day was celebrated. On behalf of the government and the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, I wish to acknowledge and thank the members of the Fox family for supporting their father, uncle, and brother as he contributed such unselfish and dedicated service to our Bahama land. I wish to especially thank Lady Jacqueline Fox for her dedication and commitment, along with her support for the work of her husband, and who has over the years remained supportive of the work of the labor movement. My fellow Bahamians, as we come together as a people on June 7, 2013, I invite all workers in New Providence to join me on the annual Labor Day Parade, which will leave historic Windsor Park at 8 a.m. and ending at Clifford Park. As we celebrate this historic day, let us take time out to remember that we must still be our brother's keeper, that we must respect each other, recognizing that we won't always agree, but we must at all times respect each other's right to a difference of opinion. Indeed, we must know how to agree to disagree. Sir Randall understood this, and we would be well served to follow his example. His was an example of inclusion and not exclusion. He committed his life to providing better for his fellow Bahamians and indeed everyone with whom he came into contact. Sir Randall understood that one of the ways to improve the human condition was to make sure that there were laws put in place to protect those who could not protect themselves. And so he was instrumental in pushing for the enactment of the Trade Union Industrial and Conciliation Act in 1958, which was the forerunner to our current Industrial Relations Act. As Minister of Labor in this Christie-led government, I too, like Sir Randall, recognize that we must put in place proper legislation that will protect the least among us. And supported by my colleagues, I have set about to implement the most progressive labor legislative reform, which takes into account the views of all social partners and ensuring that social dialogue remains the centerpiece for a tripartite consensus. Sir Randall understood this, and that's how he was able to achieve what he did in 1958. So we've completed the tripartite consultation bill with the full cooperation of workers and employers working together towards one common goal: to institutionalize social dialogue. And you will be hearing some more about this during the ensuing weeks. We've introduced the Pensions Protection Act in Parliament, and we are finalizing the occupational safety and health regulations. We've established the first ever national training agency, which will serve to address the many challenges faced by our workforce by providing workers with the tools necessary to not only secure employment, but to maintain and grow in that employment. We are, as we speak, putting in place draft legislation to protect workers and provide a social safety net during times of redundancy. We shall be engaging our social partners in discussions with regards to the current minimum wage and seeking to establish a formula for the national minimum wage to be increased to reflect today's realities. My fellow Bahamians, these are but a few of the initiatives my ministry is currently engaged in, and during the ensuing days, we will hear more of our plans and initiatives. As Minister of Labor at this time, mine is the privilege to stand on the shoulders of former trade union ministers like Sir Randall Fox, Sir Clifford Darling, Sir Clement Maynard, and others who were the trailblazers for the rights of workers throughout the Bahamas. I pledge to use every resource at my disposal to carry on and complete, with God's help, the work that they started, and I thank the good people of Golden Gates for their support in ensuring that I am able to work towards these objectives. I should also like to take this opportunity to thank the leadership of the National Congress of Trade Unions, headed by Ms. Jennifer Isaacs Dotson, and the Commonwealth of the Bahamas Trade Union Congress, headed by Mr. Obie Ferguson, and all their affiliates for their backing and cooperation. And I pledge my steadfast support and that of my ministry towards the continued growth and development of not only unionized workers, but all workers throughout our archipelago. So come out and show your support. Enjoy the festivities, while at the same time remembering all those who made this day possible. On behalf of my family and myself, I wish for all of you a safe and fun-filled Randall Fox Labor Day. God bless you, and God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
The proceeding was the Randall Fox Labor Day Address by the Honorable Shane Gibson, Minister of Labor and National Insurance.